What is up, HD Reefers? Mr. Reef HD here with another video. Today we're going to be fragging up Chicago Sunburst Anemones. As you can see, one of them is running away. They're getting too big, so each of them are bigger than a baseball. I mean, there's my hand. So I'd say the base of them is probably 3 inches, and then with the tentacles you're looking at probably 5 to 6 inches. So I'm going to show you how I frag them up. So since that one's stuck on the back wall, I'm going to take him off with my razor scraper, which is pretty easy. Well, normally it is. So I'll just go up against the glass. This is hard with this right here, so let me move that. So I'll just find a spot, figure out where his foot's at, which it's right there. So I'll go up firm against the glass, move forward, and then he'll come right out. He's actually holding on to a pally. Get that off of there. So then what I do, get my bowl back, put some water in it, put them in there. And then these guys, since they're inside of this little box, they're nice and easy to pull off. Look how big he is. I thought I had one more. So there we go, now we're ready to bring her to the cutting board. Alright, so I take Reef Dip. This is iodine. It's a disinfectant. This isn't like, I know it says Reef Dip. This isn't something you would use for parasites. So you would use this for any type of flesh wound for corals. So after fragging, you know, if they're fighting and one of your corals gets beat up, you know, you could do it 15, I think it says, yeah, 15 to 30 minutes dip. But I always use this when I frag corals. I use this, and when I frag anemones, actually, yeah, safe for stony and soft corals, anemones and polyps. So this is basically just iodine, and you'll see in a second. I'll move this up here so you can see. That's going to be my cutting board. It says use 4 capfuls for a gallon. This might be close to a quarter gallon, I don't know, but I always just do 1. Yes, and be careful with this stuff because it is iodine and it will stain whatever you get it on, which I just got it on there. So I'll wipe that off on my black shirt. So yes, it looks really potent right now, but it's just floating. So you got to get it all stirred up. Once it gets all mixed in the water, it lightens up like this a little bit. So there's that. Now they're in their iodine. Their disinfectant. I'll take the razor. You need a brand new razor every time. Don't use anything that's, I mean, I'm sure people have, but if you use an old razor or rusty razor, you're upping your chances of getting an infection. And see, when you put them in the iodine, they close up nice and small for you. So you want to lay them on whatever surface you're putting them on. Let me turn the light on. Okay. I just fragged a bunch of coral today. So I literally just cleaned off this whole thing. You're going to want to spot its mouth, which is right there. And when you make your cut, you want to go right through the mouth. You don't want to do a back and forth action. You want to try not to. Oh, dang it. Hang on. Got a bit of a mess starting here. Anyway, you do not want to do a sawing action. If you have to go through again, try to just make it one motion and in one direction. Try to make sure that your tentacles are split as much as you can. If you have to cut through one or whatever, a couple, it's not that bad. But yeah, you don't want to do this. I know it's hard. I find myself doing it sometimes, but you want to stay away from the sawing action as much as you can and get the cleanest cut you can. That's why a brand new razor is always the best option. So, here we go. Found his mouth. I put the corner down, and then I put the corner down on the surface, and then I put my hands around, and then I just pull through. Sometimes you don't get all the way through because there is liquid in there, so you can go through again, and then you made a cut. Put them in there, make sure they go base down because that will help them grab. I'm going to try to get this guy to release as much. See, he's releasing liquid right here. I don't know if you can see that. Give them a slight squeeze. Not too much. The less liquid they got in them, the better. That first guy had a lot still. So there we go. Yeah, this guy isn't as flat as the last one. The last one was flatter but full of water. So give him a little press. Again, not too hard. Down. And in one swipe, cut them in half, throw them in. This guy's got a huge mouth. He's going to be nice and easy. Look at that. He's just letting all his water out. Now he's nice and flat. So right, same thing, right through the mouth. I know it's hard to see with my hand in the way, but you get the idea. You need a piece of the mouth on each half, so that way it can stay, or it can heal up. And when it heals up, they'll actually be almost healed up before I take them out of here. I'll show you guys a time lapse of it. Right through the mouth. One nice swipe is the best way. So now another thing that really helps them, you don't want them sitting upside down like this one is. So flip them right side up. So that way their foot is on the ground. That one was eating something. Just make sure all their feet are on the ground and let them be for about 15 to 30 minutes. So I'm going to do a hyperlapse of that so you guys can see what they do. Alright, you guys, it's the next day, and we have 8 beautiful Chicago anemones. They're all doing good. I know I need to clean this box. What I need to do is order a new one and have one of these out of the tank and one of them in the tank, so that way when I need to do them, I don't have to find a place to put these guys while I clean the box. That's one of the biggest reasons why I haven't cleaned this thing in such a long time, because I'm afraid to just take them out and set them somewhere, because I don't want them to get stuck on something and me not be able to get them off, or whatever, them stinging a coral. But yeah, so there they all are. They're nice and open now. I know they looked like crap at the end of the video. They always look like that when you frag them. But you keep them in that iodine for 30 minutes and your chances of getting an infection are really low. You can actually see this one right here. I actually, when I cut through the mouth, I got the mouth perfectly down the middle, but I didn't get the foot very well. So he's probably going to take either a long time to heal up, or he might not make it. But he's looking really good right now, actually. I've seen them way worse the next day, like basically melting. But yeah, that's how you frag up some Chicago Sunburst Anemones. Oh yeah, there's one right here in this corner down there too. But they all look good. Like I said, that one might have a little problem, but that's a chance you take when you're fragging corals and anemones and whatnot. So if you like the content, make sure to like. What is going on with all of these freaking beetles, whatever the heck they're called, Japanese beetles? Anyway, you like the content, give the video a like, subscribe, it helps out a lot. Oh, you know what, I'll give you a little sneak peek of the Pest tank, because I had a couple people asking about it. I got the light on it. I got a new light yesterday. Let me take you off the tripod. Bam. And just so you know, all of these corals in here, those were all the ones that were on this rack. I just dispersed them, gave this guy his own little stand, gave him his own little stand. But this is what it looks like. I just put the light on last night. Yeah, these corals haven't had actual light. I got a Hydra 64 for a freaking steal. I told you guys I was gonna do the 326s on here, but I literally got this light and stand for 150 bucks. I do need to get new lenses because somebody had the up, the UV up too high, I don't ever turn mine past like 30. But yeah, everything in here looks great. They're loving the light. I kind of almost want to keep them in here now. There's the gold galaxia I was telling you guys about. There's the regular Sonic the Hedgehog. There's the green. See, so he's actually fragging himself right now, so I'm probably just gonna end up cutting that off and making more frags. I still got these ones up here. But yeah, there's a little sneak peek at the SPS tank, which obviously right now it's not SPS, but I gotta get the worms out of the SPS first. So stay tuned for this tank. This build is gonna be, I guess it's already built, but this setup is gonna be one to look after, especially for all my stick people out there. So stay tuned for that. And again, like I said, if you want to see this, like, subscribe, so you don't miss out. And as soon as I drop a video, you'll get to see it, because I got 3 more doses of the flatworm exit in that other tank. So technically 2 more weeks from this Friday. Today's Tuesday. And yeah, then they're going in. We're going to change the scape a little. If I end up keeping these guys or not, they'll be on the edges. Honestly, right now it's probably way too much light for these two. But for right now, they're enjoying it. So like, subscribe, and you'll get to see this build. And maybe I'll put a little clip at the end of this video just to show you guys what this tank looked like 3 weeks ago. But as always, happy reefing.